Hello everybody, Sucrose here. Today we're going to play a new game, well at least new on this stream, called City Skylines. I don't know much about this game. Apparently back in 2015 I played it for 10 hours, but I haven't played it since. And I loaded it up and I got sort of re-familiar with the controls enough to get started. Nowadays there is a mod for this little fellow who constantly pops up, and he's like Clippy from Microsoft, and there's a mod to disable him, and I have done so, and I'm hoping that that will pretty much fix the game for me, because he was driving me crazy 2 years ago. You couldn't turn him off, but he is gone. He is gone, my friends. So this is a city building game. If you're familiar with SimCity or Cities XL, basically you make a city and you have to plan zoning and education, fire and police and things like that. And I'm no good. I mean, compared to what I know about Oxygen or Banished or some of the other games I've played on stream, I know very little about this game, so it's going to be a learning experience. With that said, I think I want to challenge, and I'm going to pick something that maybe is we're not just going to try to maximize the number of people we have, which is usually what I do in these games. I want a big flat area and I want to build skyscrapers, but thinking let's just go to the smallest buildable map, or one of the smallest. I really like the idea of rivers. Ooh, that's pretty. This game is kind of interesting for a city builder as well, because you have resources to manage. So certain buildings will take oil, and you actually have to produce oil or buy oil, trees and things. I like this one. And I like this one. Let's go for this. For no particularly good reason. Oh, the ever-important question. What should we call our city? Obviously, there's Sucroseville, you know, something like that, but Sucrotopolis is a good choice, I think. But we could just go with something crazy. I'm kind of surprised there's no randomized button. Marbles-opolis. Because we'd be rolling. Hey, Lambo Hindo. Shady Maple? Is Shady Maple a map or the name of the city? Looks like there is no map. Shady Maple sounds just fine to me. Marbles-opolis is a terrible name. Welcome, Lambo. Let's begin. We've got a lot of water to deal with. Fits my name, Sucrose, Shady Maple. Maple trees, you could get sugar from them, maybe. All right.
You're listening to Mars Official Radio. I'm your host, Penem Escalin. I left my home country when I was in my 20s. Coming to a new culture is quite a challenge. Over the years,
So,
I noticed how I absorbed parts of the American culture.
not really into her talking. So we'll switch back to the game music. Yeah, maple syrup. Yeah, makes sense to me. Um, we've got all these rocks and all these trees. I want to send my villagers to go mine them so that we have resources, but it's not that kind of game. So this game is super neat. Like I said, I've only played this for 10 hours, and that was 2 years ago. But it's got this really neat mechanic where you start with a square, and eventually you can buy more squares and grow your city, and you grow it out from your starting square. Um, I think that's pretty cool. We have some connections. There's so many neat things about this game. You can name roads, and you can build little districts. And that's something that we tried to do in Banished, but it's not actually supported. So we just did it by memory. Now, when we start, everything's not unlocked. That's just how it's set up. I think we can turn that off, but I think it's probably good. We'll start like this, and then if this goes well, we'll start knowing everything. But I think what I'll do is I'll just make a little subdivision off to the side, and we'll build over here as a starter area, and maybe something like that, just to get us going. You like to pause time when constructing building? Yeah, it'll probably make more sense to do that once we have something to pause. So let's start just by putting some zones down. Mostly we need residential to begin. And I think I'll just make most of this residential. I think I'll also build oh, we can actually construct all the way over here. I'm not going to, but it's interesting. So we'll take this spot and we'll use it for some industry to tuck it out of the way. And we're kind of just getting some money and to advance the game and unlock buildings and things. I actually can't hear the music. I had quite a hard time getting the music to be not too loud but not too soft, and now I can't hear it at all. Yeah, I hear birds. Yep, that's good to know. I remember noise pollution is a big thing, but you know, we're just kind of putting down some stuff to get a feel for things. I haven't played this in 2 years, so it's going to take some time. I'm not sure why I don't hear music. All right, I think it's going. Alright, so as with a lot of city builders, power and water are pretty important resources. Usually when I play these games I try to be eco-friendly, but so upkeep 80 per week, 560 a week. I'm just going to build a coal power plant, and these make pollution. So maybe I put it there at the corner. Let's get some. Now this is kind of interesting. So you can pump water, and you wind up having to dump pollution in the river, at least at first. But you don't want to dump it upstream of your water pump, because then you won't have fresh water. So let's do just basically the cover stuff here. And we have to connect this to the grid. Alright, so those icons telling us that they need water and power have gone away. At this point our goal is just to get money positive. So we're probably going to do a little more zoning before we deal with sewage. Well, maybe let's just do sewage. So you essentially just have to pump it in the river, at least to start. And the water flows that way, so we're just gonna pump it, and our neighbors will have to deal with it. Alright, let's build some more roads so that we can zone. Maybe we should have built a nice intersection here. Because well, we could upgrade our roads. But I think what we'll do is we'll just play around and kind of goof around, and once things get a little bigger we'll redo some stuff. That's more fun. So let's build another little neighborhood kind of thing. And a little crossover there. So we have 2-lane gravel roads. Hey Doug, welcome. Trying a little something new today. Alright, this looks like a pretty good subdivision to me. Let's change some of this to commercial, maybe in the middle. Oops. Oh, you can't... Okay, so you have to unzone it before you can rezone it. Something like that. Okay. That'll be the commercial block. And we'll have 2 residential blocks. Now I love that it gives names to these things. And we can change them, of course. Do something crazy or special, or try something different. Well, yeah. So I have to remind myself how to play the game first. I don't remember enough about the game to be any good at it. So once I remember how to play, I think we'll try something a little more exciting. Probably I had an idea maybe to be like, but now I've forgotten it actually. But if you have an idea, then let me know. Usually in these games, I just focus on maximizing people, so I think I want to do something different. Maybe making people super educated and reducing pollution or something like that. Circle City. So I did learn how to make circles. Let's make a little circle just because I think they're beautiful. Let's make it here. So we'll draw a circle. Isn't this cool? All right, and then unlike SimCity, the real SimCity, SimCity 4, this game has curved roads. And so you go out, you go in. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. How cool is that? That's just the coolest thing. So let's totally connect this up to our... Oops. Bulldoze that building, we didn't need it. Right. Now that is just something. That is a sight to behold. It looks like we've broken our power here. Now there you go. You've got Finch Street, Raymond Wright Street. Now I wonder if you can make a roundabout by using... Would this function as a roundabout? I mean, the problem is there's... I guess that's a stop, or is that just a slow down? I don't see a stoplight. So maybe it's fine. I don't see stop signs either. Remove the inside X and it'll make a roundabout? Ooh. But I kind of like the inside. If we don't have the inside, then all this is going to be unzonable. Let's try it. All the space is wasted. But I guess we'll put a monument to the industry of man here. Yeah. Parker, other centerpiece. Sounds good to me. Let's zone it. So let's see. We can drag to zone all this green. Wouldn't you want to live in a big circle where everyone's house looked identical and you couldn't tell where you were without going all the way back to the entrance? That would be, man, people love that shit. Suburbia. All right, we're on low speed. I'm gonna kick it up to medium. We need to add water pipes for all these new subdivisions. And for our Circle City, beautiful. Make the circle a one-way road. So that way they have to drive in the same, and that way there's no cross. Is that how it works? So there is a upgrade tool. So now there's still a crosswalk, but I guess the capacity is twice as of what it was. I don't know if that's really more efficient. I mean, if they still have to, if there's still a stop sign here, it didn't look like the signage changed at all. But I'm sure people will love it. All right, so as you get more people in your city, they give you more features, and this is kind of like, I mean, it's basically tutorial because it slowly introduces you to features, and it also introduces you to problems. So, you know, we have to worry about garbage now, but we can get loans and we can build all these things. So, probably we should deal with those new problems. Now, garbage is something that SimCity 4 dealt with. So active, inactive. Not really sure what that means. I would hope that they can pick up garbage anywhere in the city, not that this is the area that it picks up garbage from. So in SimCity 4, you could basically make neighboring cities, small little villages or whatever, that would deal with certain things for you. You could make a garbage city or a farming city. I don't know how this game works.
Carb up with yakisoba.
I don't.
The noodle masters.
I really don't want to hear
No matter
commercials.
what stage of life you're in, we have the perfect noodles for you. From
Okay, this is fine for now. So we can adjust how much money we spend for it. We're money neutral. Well, actually making a little bit of money. All right, what else we got? We got medical clinic. Now, I don't think we need one of those. That just seems like pandering to our populace. Yeah, I mean, what's in it for me? Why do we want to keep our citizens healthy? So that's suspicious. So yeah, going back to inter-city trade, can we sell our excess electricity? I do not know. Don't need a loan just yet. Looks like you can make money from public transportation, and there's also offices to be built. Probably the next growth will be able to do fire, maybe police. Should we make some more circles? Maybe a slightly smaller circle this time. I mean, I bet, oops, what we must be upgrading. I bet this has been done 1,000 times, but we're just learning the ropes here. Circle in a circle? Ooh, that's a good idea. All right, let's see if we can do that. So let's just make a big circle. Let's say 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. 1,000. Alright, so here is our outer circle, and I think we just build it and then build a smaller star in the middle is what I'm going to try. So let's go ahead and do it with one way. So we'll go out. And go out. It's a little bit wonky to get used to this, but is that? I think that's straight. I love the little grid. It shows you when you're even with other roads. It's kind of like working in Photoshop or something like that. Yeah, so here we have a nice big circle. So 240, 240, 240. We can make a tiny circle going this small. Let's do that. So it's probably, maybe this is a bad idea, but I'm going to go the other direction. This is the first for our stream, having some real music going on. Beautiful. That's like a spaceship or a bullseye. It doesn't look like a circle to me, but I assume that it's just a matter of perspective. Oh, yeah, there we go. So what are we going to do with this donut? This is clearly donut part of the city. How do we... Oh, we can't make districts yet. But when this becomes a district, I mean, when we get 900, we'll definitely make this the donut district. So let's throw some... Oh, we could make it like all industrial. But I like the idea of residential being circular. So with a lot of these games, once you get bigger cities and you get more denser cities, you really have to work a lot to get your traffic to be bearable, I guess. And like Lambo was talking about earlier, you also have to think a lot about sound. Certain buildings make noise, roads make noise, and people don't want to live next to that shit. But for now, this is going to be the dump square. This is going to be Dumpville. We'll build something nicer next door. So let's make industrial in the center. That makes no sense, but very nice. It's very pretty, like a sunflower. Speaking of sunflowers, let's put green around the outside. That almost makes sense. Ooh, the squares are kind of getting me. Looks like it works better if I go from upper right. Nope, it freaked out again. So something about the way it draws squares changes depending on where your mouse is or where it is in relation to a road. I don't really know, but it's not what I expect. Like, that's not the square that I expected. So that's annoying. Alright, let's connect these up. I don't know how they're getting... How are they even getting to this place? They're walking, I suppose? Well, gotta admire their tenacity. So let's do... So they go outside in. Oops. You'll go outside in, and then inside out. That's not even, but you'll just, I hope you don't have OCD. And then this is, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Because we want people to see the city, you know, so this way they'll have to come this way to get over here. Now, really what we should do, I think, is let's make this one two-way. And probably this one too. Or maybe maybe something like, hey, worthy village. So we got fire, police, all sorts of stuff, specialization. We have policies. Now I know for a fact that we can get fires. Make the two roads connecting the two circles two-way. Why? Now can these be, these can't be circular. Pipes have to be straight. Okay. Got a little pipe action going on. Get some power in there. All right, I think that I want to make a fire department before it's too late. The closest fire department building sends out a truck. But how long it takes depends on the size of the roads and how well connected areas are. So let's put our fire department right here. Otherwise, got to drive around the circle. Well, that's what I want them to do. I want them to see the whole city. So speaking of which, there should be a tool that lets us see the paths of things. Let's check that out and see if we see that in action.
The classics. Old music for old listeners.
All right, where would, if I were a pathing tool as opposed to just a tool, where would I be? Well, we can certainly see traffic density. Okay, so it looks pretty good except for this area. But a pathing tool, where would a pathing tool be? These are mostly, I think these are all maps. Routes. This seems promising. Oh, hello. Okay, so this tells me my stops. Even though we can't see them on the in the map, in the game itself. Let's try that again. Okay, I can click them. This seems interesting. So I'm not really sure what I can do. but you can make it a priority road, which I assume means if there's space, then cars will try to take it. But I don't really know what that does. Smith Street, Smith Street, Smith Street. Not sure what these little circles are. Oh, okay, it's considered a different street. So now it's considered one street. I mean, I don't know what that point of that is, but... Alright, this is nice because it shows direction and it shows stop signs. And you can toggle them. Oh, great, we don't need stop signs. It just slows things down. So are they're actually off by default? So, alright, so let's see. So we'll toggle that on. Oh, look, and it pops them. Oh, that is so cool. Wow. This is blowing my mind. So we have control over every stoplight and every stop sign. That's super cool. Obviously, we don't need any, but let's see what happens. Oh, he's picking up stuff, I guess. That didn't really look like a stop to me. That was not safe. I'm not impressed with him. Oh, look at that. Holy moly. This music is perfect too, I feel like, for this merry-go-round. It's absolutely entrancing. So I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours playing SimCity 4. Even with the what's it called? The transportation patch. And you don't have this level of control. It's really tedious to control stop signs and things. So this is great. This is super fun. I don't know if we're going to get to the point where we can use this intelligently, but I love the fact that it's here. I absolutely love it. Yeah, this is great. So I believe that we did zone green zones here, but they're not growing. Oh, there's this just to prove me wrong, it started growing. Let's put some blues in here in the middle. All right, what else do we have? High density commercial. I hope there's only 2 levels. We have offices. And we have D zone, which is just another way to say the zone, I think. Now we could put police down, but again, that feels like an amenity that this city doesn't offer. You know? I think we want to encourage vigilante justice. Let's see if there's a policy for that. How do we get to policies? Alright, so what do we have? Energy conservation. Water conservation. Significantly reduced risk of fire. Upkeep 5 cents per building? Or is that $5 per building? So let's look at our graphs. What's our fire safety? Ooh, it's not looking good over here. Probably because the fire department doesn't reach. What happens if we switch this on? Not a whole lot. So ideally we'd need more than one fire department. Let's see, does this number change? 31. It's not really an impressive outcome. Not an impressive change. So I'm not gonna pay for that just now. All right. So how are we doing? 3% full. What happens when it fills up? A lot of questions. A lot of questions. All right, what's this? Unique buildings. Chirp X launch site. It should launch rockets in order to provide public space transport buildings, services. Building a rocket requires products from oil and ore. Okay, that sounds neat. What else we got? Elementary school. Elementary schools educate children. Placing one makes the neighborhood more attractive to families with children. Well, we certainly don't want children in our city. They are dirty and they make a lot of noise. Yeah, bullshit. Noise pollution 0 for an elementary school. Noise pollution off the charts. I don't know if you've ever lived next to an elementary school or daycare or something. They just scream. Children have this thing where they just scream, which is kind of endearing, I have to admit. You know, like, if you think about it, how cool is it that these small people feel not hampered the way that adults are hampered? Like, an adult is not just going to get frustrated and just scream. So in that sense, children are pretty cool. Maybe we should have one. Let's have some children at the elementary school because they scream. I think we want an area of the city that's easy to get to, so maybe we'll bulldoze this and make some nice roads, but we'll build near it in preparation for children that scream. Now, what's up with this? Why is this not attractive to people? Can we use maps to determine that? Garbage. What does this mean? There's no tooltip. So I assume this is about how much capacity we have, but processing status, is that maybe their ability to delete garbage, like recycling deletes garbage, I guess? Or is that something else? Ooh, that is pretty. So this is what I was mentioning before. We have resources to gather, ore, trees, I guess arable soil. Nothing really reachable just yet, but people aren't super happy, which I don't understand. We have a beautiful city. Technically, we have a beautiful tiny town, so we can do landscaping, parks and plazas, and we can ban pets. Hell yeah. Alright. These are kind of nice roads for pedestrians, it looks like. This is cool. Oh man, this game is this is super cool. So why would we want a canal to bring water into an inland area? But why do we want water? Oh, they create pathways that ferries can use? Whoa. We have to have a bouncy castle park for the children. Elect me your mayor, and I will build a bouncy castle park. Some people call these things differently. Bounce house, bounce palace. But they're actually bouncy castles. Now, I thought a dog park would be a park made of dogs. Or maybe where you go and you watch dogs that are, like, growing naturally. Like a botanical garden. You know, you go and you look at botanicals. Dog park, you go and you look at dogs. Alright, those are some cool options. How does this work? Level terrain. Softened terrain. Slope terrain. Oh my goodness, look at all these things. Pedestrians. Okay. Can plant individual trees. Man, that is something super cool. A boulder. I'm loving it. Alright, like I said, bouncy castle for the children. Children love me. Oh look, so leisure is its own thing. So I think SimCity 4 had something like this. You had to place mostly tennis courts. Let's make a park. Oh goodness, that's bigger than our thing. Why can't we place it? Oh, it must be placed roadside. Well, that's bull hockey.
Hello again from the classics, the home of the.
I'm not impressed with that. Plaza with picnic tables must be placed roadside. Screw you. Basketball court must be placed roadside. Screw you. Can we trick it? Can we build like one tile of that and then no, it doesn't count as a road apparently. Bullshit. I am not impressed, game. You had me impressed. But now I'm not. We'll have to wait till we get statues or something. Oh, they're parking on the road? That's so cool. Can you click on people? You can. There we go. This is the kind of thing I was thinking of before. So this is like in Banished, where you can click on a building to see where people are coming and going. Like, where's this crime fellow coming from? All right, what's next? Should we just keep growing it? How about roads? So we have a 4-lane road. We could, you know, make something through the middle of town. Let's zone a bit more. So I assume with a game like this, they have an even more interesting model than SimCity 2, where, you know, maybe a sample of families or sample of people actually have jobs and actually commute, maybe. Or at least it does some kind of statistical sampling where it looks at how many jobs are available and then computes unemployment based on that. So that you actually have to pay attention to that kind of stuff. I don't know. But we're building in the sky, and that's cool. Aw. That looks terrible. But I'm okay with it for now. Wait, why is there no... Oh, it knows that there's no spots there because it's not actually on the land. Okay, well that's the whole reason I did it. Is that... Oh, it's actually a bridge. Alright, that's better. Alright, if you couldn't tell, this is going to be the slum. I think it's important, as a city designer, I think it's important to plan slums. You want to control where the poor are allowed to live. Where people don't want to have to walk home at night. So they're definitely complaining about crime, and they're complaining about healthcare. They're still paying. This is why we have to have a goal, because I'm a heartless mayor. It's funny, when I used to play SimCity 1 and SimCity 2000, and I was much younger, my friends would always just try to maximize money or try to maximize people. And I would always say, oh my god, you have to make them happy, that's the whole point. But I've come so far, and I've seen the error of my ways. Obviously, you don't have to make them happy. It's sometimes, if you make them happy, they pay you more. Alright, this is nice. So one little click gives us electricity consumption. It's a good thing we built that coal power plant. We've had to build quite a few wind turbines. So we have 86 sick citizens. But I don't really know what the cost is. Like, what is the societal cost of 6 citizens? I mean, do they pay rent? Alright. I do think we need another fire department, though. Maybe... maybe 2. So I kind of expected these to go green. This is neat though, because it's definitely taken into account the road system. So it's green, 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 and then it gets light, light, light. So that's too far for the fire department to drive. Oh, that's super cool. All right, let's keep this up and let's go back at the policies. Oh yeah, we had other policies. Slightly reduced garbage accumulation, slightly decreased happiness. Well, we want that. Increased health, decreased happiness. No, this is a, well, so we can either make this place a nice place to live in, or, you know, good for you kind of place. But I want to keep these both open at the same time. So let's see if this does anything. So I do see colors changing, and now I see these changing a bit. But it's pretty, it says significantly reduced risk of fire. It seems pretty moderate to me. How much would we pay for that? Holy crap, 1,200? 1,300? So, what? Are we spending 1,500 on pets? I don't really understand. Or is this just incredibly slow to respond? Let's get this to 0 and then turn one of them on and see what happens. So right now, nothing's turned on. It takes many weeks for this to go to 0. Many days. Okay. So let's turn on Pet Ban, which doesn't mention a cost, by the way. Okay, so the fire thing was like 1,500. That's too much. That's as much as we spent on fire to begin with. That's 3 fire departments worth of money. So I call shenanigans on that one. Alright, well, there's a lot of crime going on, and it seems like it's maybe causing some people to move out. So let's check it out. I mean, they're complaining for sure. All right, let's put Let's put one in. See how it goes. Oh, we're so happy. There's police. Not sure that's very true to life. Alright, so it looks like the police department comes equipped with some jail cells. A certain number of police cars, which I assume do patrol and arrest, 17-year-olds for smoking marijuana. So we had an abandoned building. Now there was one game that I played, and I feel like it was Cities XL, and I'm really hoping it's not Cities Skylines.
And I just got some mail from one of our listeners, Todd H. Why did Johann Sebastian Bach throw out his harpsichord? Because it was Baroque. Todd, a noble effort, but J.S. Bach loved his harpsichord and would never have thrown it out, as it would have almost certainly been dismantled and used as firewood by the countless peasants of Leipzig. Anyway,
Wow. We're going to have to bring our own music, I think. So anyway, what I was saying is, one of these games, once a building was abandoned, it would not be refilled until you bulldozed it. And it was annoying. So annoying. Because you had to go around and you had to bulldoze everything. You get into situations where buildings would kind of, I don't know, it goes through little cycles where sometimes things... Hey, Rage Not, SimCity? Maybe. I feel like it was Cities XL. But I could be misremembering. But I found it very frustrating because you had to bulldoze. We're gonna try to keep an eye on this and see if it gets rebuilt. But anyway, welcome back, Rage. Trying a new game this time. So, had to demolish abandoned building in the industrial zone. I don't know. Well, we'll watch and see if it happens here. We have two. But in the meantime, I'm trying to kind of remember how to play this game. So we don't have a high school yet. Do we want one? Maybe. In SimCity, yeah. I thought in SimCity they come back, but I don't really know. I played a lot of SimCity, but it was also a while ago. So it seems that through some strange twist of fate, we have a lot of demand for stuff. So I think we should build another little subdivision. Probably maybe up here, so that we don't have to cross the river just yet. Now I don't know anything about highways, whether 6-lane road, highway ramp. So we can't build ramps yet. But presumably we can just cross over or just connect like that for now. So let's see what happens. Okay. I think that's what we want. What do you think of these circles? I think they are beautiful myself. I was saying that, well, I put down a police department. I placed this police station, and everybody was very happy. And I was saying, that's not really very true to life, because these police is probably just running around arresting 17-year-olds for smoking pot. I'm not sure that makes anyone happy. Except maybe 70-year-olds sitting out on their porch complaining. Let's make some circles. No, let's make something different. Let's do something different over here. Let's make some curves, though. Not really sure what this is going to turn out to be. I feel like this one's different. Oh, I don't know if I can do it in the other direction. It doesn't look right. Never played this game before. Came out a couple years ago. And I think of the city builders that's not SimCity, it's the best. What's a chirper? And you don't even want to know. It's the one problem with this game that made me stop playing it. Basically, it's like Microsoft Clippy. You know, it looks like you're trying to write a letter. Would you like me to help you? So it's a Twitter bird, and it's usually up here, and it pops up, and it pretends to be the Twitter from the citizens in your city, and it just makes the most annoying noise, and I hate it. And there's a mod to delete it, and so I deleted it. And he keeps popping up, and it's so annoying.
Saddle up in the mornings with Jimmy and the Stallion, the only morning show featuring DJ Jimmy Fries and a 4-year-old quarter horse named Clover.
This is Jimmy Fries coming to you from Studio 2. Whoa, whoa!
I don't.
Whoa. Looks like
I just want to hear music. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's doing that. Yeah, it seems to be some kind of a pet project by the people who made the game because they kind of refuse to remove it. Yeah, it's exactly like that. And it just gets under your skin. You start listening to it, and it's just like, oh God, it's going to make that sound again. There's no way to turn it off. They've added ways to make the sound turn off, but when I used to play, it wasn't even there. But the mod removes it entirely, which is preferable. So let's just put some stuff over here, get some more income. Big old residential zone. Lay some pipes. Did I connect it? I think it did. Very nice. Yeah, I have, I think this building has fire alarms that chirp when the battery's low, and some of my neighbors leave it on for days, and it's like, how do you deal with that sound? I mean, it's bad enough that I can hear it in a different apartment. Doesn't seem to be connected. I don't understand why that's not connected. This is in the blue. That's weird. Oh, no. Just gonna leave it for a while. So I think we're probably gonna need to have a hospital, even though I don't want one. Let's put it here. They'll love me for that, so, you know. It's definitely not working. I don't think. Well, actually, then again, these aren't complaining about power. Oh, maybe maybe this means that it's not actually powering anything. So let's do a bunch of blue here. Some call it commercial. Oh, we're getting brownouts. So it's time for a second power plant. Let's put it on this side of the highway. Okay, so that puts us back up into the green. How's our water doing? Oh, we've got plenty of water. So it seems like we didn't have to bulldoze this, and it rebuilt itself. So thank goodness for that. All right, we need more industrial. I think I'm just gonna build a thing off of here. Oops. Oh, that's expensive. Okay. Just put in a bunch of industry. Probably we'll do circles or something in the middle. So we need to water this up. And we're too broke to build power lines. That'll change soon. Alright. So that connects all the areas up so that everything has power. Is this how they actually plan cities? Absolutely. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So we made it to Boomtown. This gives us all sorts of stuff. We can recycle. We can allow recreational use of controlled substances. We get all our interstate, whatever you call it, highways. A lot of cool stuff, but the coolest thing, at least I think, maybe we got these earlier, but our districts and how do you get to it? This thing. So we can actually purchase new plots of land and expand the city. Hey, Pale, welcome. We're playing a true-to-life city planner, making a real city. If we do well enough, they'll actually implement this in Europe. Just some city somewhere in like a valley. So far it's going, super well. I'm totally kidding. It's just a game. But anyway, this is cool because you can expand your city and you can choose to do it in the direction that you want. So if we pick this one, then we can eventually expand off of that. And I really like that. I think this is a neat idea. I think we can get up to 9. So yeah, but anyway, to be serious, I can't really remember how to play this game, so I'm trying to relearn it. I've only played it for about 10 hours, but that was about 2 years ago. So I'm reminding myself how the game works. And in the process, building an incredibly ugly city. Let's build some more circles. Oh, it doesn't reach. Yeah, I like it too. The problem is it keeps going to talk radio every few seconds. This does not look centered at all. Yeah, this is actual game sound. We can control the radio, so to speak. So there's 4 stations, except I'm not allowed to play this one on stream because of licensing reasons. But these other 3 are streamable, but they're in game. And I believe there's mods that actually add other music. I don't know if any of you've played Fallout, but I feel like the music plays a big part of Fallout. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so it appears as though our industry has taken off over here and it's no longer in such high demand. So maybe we'll make this a residential district. So like a Pokeball. Perfect. Okay. Alright, so we need water. Too old for Pokemon? Well, first of all, thanks a lot. Second of all, yeah, I'm too old for Pokemon. Third of all, I did play Pokemon Red on the original Game Boy. So there's that. But my brother plays Pokemon Go. He's really into it. Like really, like dangerously into it. Like a Pokemon Go substance abuse problem. But he tried to show me how to raid, and you know, my Zubat or whatever got destroyed pretty much instantly. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Not really sure I get it. Never too old for Pokemon's highly competitive. I mean, if you're talking about the card game, maybe. But I kind of feel like people don't care about the card game a lot of the times. What they care about are the video games and the Pokemon Go, which I mean I guess is a video game. So, what's the deal here? We've got low health. Traffic's pretty rough there because of
At
this
the Forest
highway coming off.
Foundation, we care about three things: tree things, nature things, and the third thing, bird things. The homes of native birds are being destroyed at an alarming rate. That's why our goal is to give a birdhouse to every bird on Earth. Humans stopped living in trees ages ago. It's time we invited birds indoors with the rest of us. Do your part and text Dirty Birdie to 3030 to donate a bird bath to 30 birdies. You can either be part of the problem or you can be with us, the Forest Foundation.
The Brontosaurus.
A birdhouse.
Millennia,
I'm
these
telling you,
gentle
man,
and
it's crazy.
graceful
A birdhouse
giants
to every
roamed
bird.
the earth, grazing off
You
the
played-
lush vegetation of the time.
You played
Their
the
mere existence transformed
card game
the
competitively.
landscape
I mean,
and made a
I know you
lasting
played
impact on our world.
Magic the Gathering,
It's
but
that legacy, that
I don't think I've
dino
ever
oil
known
is
anyone
proud
who
to
actually
continue
plays
by
Pokemon the
using
card game.
their eons old dead bone goop to fuel your 5-door wagon.
All right, I
making it
I
the
can't deal with
oldest
it. I
form of
can't deal with it. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to see why my city sucks. Tell me why my city sucks. All right, fire safety is 0 over here. Let's fix that. Have we not had a fire yet? How have we avoided having a fire? And maybe we should connect this roads. Or just put a fire thing there. Okay. Now the game, I feel like the video game is a little. I know people play it too competitively, but I feel like it's really repetitive, and it's pretty much comes down to if you have an ectoplasm Pokemon, it attacks fire Pokemon. Have no good connection across the highway. Yeah, so when I built it, we didn't have access to on-ramps, but now we do. So let's fix that. We can build like a cloverleaf intersection. Can we just bulldoze all this junk that was here before? Oh shit, it just lets us make a roundabout. Oh, that's much easier. Alright. Hold on. Let's get some more money. And then I'm gonna make a cloverleaf here. That'll be good, right? Actually, there's not gonna be enough room. Where are the on-ramp buttons? I could have sworn we got on-ramps. Would that be under something else? Here we go. Yeah, so obviously what we want. Wait, what? Why doesn't that go above? I want that to go up. So there's this elevation toggle, which I feel like is supposed to let us go up. But I can't figure out how that works. Page up and page down keys. Why does it make everything all black and white? But it looks like that works. So, ideally, we would have used a nice
This
on-ramp,
is
off-ramp
Essex,
thing.
the city's #1 source for music older than the city itself.
But we don't have the room for it. So beautiful. Beautiful. Actually, Raged On, I almost played Tropico today. I have both ready to go. I was going to play Tropico 4. I have played it. I quite like it. I feel like I'm a lot better at Tropico than this game. So, yeah, I don't know. We might play both. I'm definitely going to play more RimWorld 2. I'm kind of just playing with stuff and seeing what people like. So this is pretty limited. It lets people who were here go here. It would be cool if we could let people who were over here get on this place. So let's try that. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking good. Go up, page up. More pages. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. That's, yeah. Slip too steep, bullshit. Perfect. Got it. Just like they do in the real world. I'm super happy with that. Uh-oh, what's that? Dead person's waiting. Alright, I saw we had cemeteries. Let's build some cemeteries. Under garbage? No. Under health? Cemetery, this seems silly. Looks like an elephant head and portrait. Yeah, I guess. It also looks like a bunny. It also looks like an axe. Or like like a horse that like little kids ride around on a horse on a stick. All right, so that'll address that. We need more. We need more of this stuff. So, do you think you'd want to see some Tropico 4? I have Tropico 3 too, but I'd probably play Tropico 4. I was thinking, because I usually play that game to make people happy, I would play it maybe to like maximize the slush fund or some kind of other thing. We need to figure out what that would be in this game as well. You know, now that I've mastered it, we have to come up with a goal. Like in Oxygen, our goal is to get a lot of people. Let's see. So we have an elementary school, but we actually need another. We also need a high school. You want to play Tropico 1? I played Tropico 1 as well, a long time ago. The new ones are much better. You only played 1, 2, and 5? I feel like 3 and 4... I haven't played 5, so maybe 5 is good, but 3 and 4 are good. 3 and 4 are better than 1 and 2, in my opinion. I remember playing 1 and 2 after I had played SimCity and thinking, these games are terrible. Which maybe isn't really fair, because it's not it's not the same game. Oh yay! Somebody took my on ramp. 5 is pretty crappy. Huh? I wonder what happened. This looks like a really safe part of the highway here. So we have more garbage problems. So I see. So each site has a certain number of garbage trucks. I think we can put it here at the edge of town. Alright, we're still doing good on money, which is the only reason why I'm building these amenities. What else we got? Alright, see you, Ridgenut. So, Pale, yesterday we played Oregon Trail, and we named one of the passengers after you, because, well, we needed names, and you're a regular. And you survived, so congratulations. But the video, I don't know what people say on Twitch. The video, I'm just going to say video, because that's what it is. The video is still in Twitch if you are interested in skipping through it. But Joey and Delvina were there, and a couple other people. It was pretty fun. But the game took a lot longer than I expected. So, one thing I'm already noticing is that as cool as these circles are, it just takes forever for these cars to get in there. So the garbage trucks can't get to the garbage. Let's look at traffic. So I think Lambo was saying to use two-way roads here, and I guess I'll do that. That'll help a little bit. But this big circle still takes forever to get around. Like, honestly, we need one here. Hey, Doug. Welcome back. Playing a new game today. Poorly. But what a fun little game this is. Big Bite. It's crunch time. What's this one? Burned bean coffee. Alright, we're making tons of money. We need to find something to waste it on. People complaining about being sick. I mean, I guess. Glad I put more circles. Yeah, I like the size of this one, but people aren't moving in for some reason. Let's see. We have $7,000, so let's save up. So we can save up some money, and we can buy another spot of land, and then we can do nice roads there. And just use this to kind of make money. Oh, oops! A house burned down. Now that probably we have to bulldoze, right? Surely we have to bulldoze that. I tried to do something that's not circles over here. I think this is a failure. It's not even even. But you know, you gotta try stuff. What? We have 2 power plants. Is that seriously not enough? What? Well, we need more money. All right, let's take a look at our money. See where our money's going. We're spending so much on fire. Surely we don't need all those fire departments. Oh, neat. You can move it.
I think we have a moment, so let's go to the listener email and see what they have to say. Here's one. Will you ever play any music featuring grunge? Well, listener, I don't think so. You see, I find it's much more pleasing to listen to the sound that the drum produces when struck, rather than the manufacturing process.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, Doug. I remember that you were here. Tell me to make circles. Which I proudly demonstrated. It's funny too, because I started playing and I almost immediately I was like, wow, there's curved roads. I wish I could make a roundabout. And I couldn't figure it out on my own, but I looked it up on the internet. You're always with me. That's not creepy. But yeah, so I had to look it up. So I'm definitely spoiled in this game. I'm not sure what I think about this rain. Is that lightning? So how else can we make money? Can we sell something? I'm kind of kidding. Just spoiled in the sense that I had to cheat to look up. I had to look up how to make circles. Rain helps with fire. Oh, that's nice. Advanced wind turbine. That's kind of cool. But yeah, we don't have enough money to even buy a bus depot. Well, it's cheating in the sense that I had to get somebody else to teach me something. So, you know, if you play a puzzle game, that's cheating. Yeah, oh, that's a good idea. People won't mind. Oh, let's look at our pollution. Garbage. Which one is pollution? Nice. So I love the fact that this game models water and water flow. And so we're dumping pollution in the river and it's just floating downstream. That's so cool to me. It's not as much as I thought, actually. Polluting the river, yeah. Well, we're not trying to be sustainable. We're just trying to make money off of the taxpayer. So we need to build another power plant, but we need just a little bit more money. And then that's going to cut into our budget. Could take out some loans to do some stuff, do some expansion. Alright, so that should put us back in the green. Hopefully this will stop. Yeah, there we go. Make a bunch of money, then wipe everything, start again. That's pretty much what I'm planning on doing. I'm just going to use this land to make money. And then we're going to... you can buy more tiles. And we'll basically make a new sister city using the income from the first little city. That's the idea. But I think we should figure out how to make more money. Let's start putting more zones in, for sure. Very nice. That'll give us a nice kick. Ooh, so it's just about to the point where we need to buy more water. Deceased processed last week. It's such a pretty game. Kind of looks like The Sims pulled back a bit, you know? I always thought there should be a game that combined all that stuff, where you could zoom all the way in and build each little house if you wanted. Or zoom all the way out and build the city. Not enough educated workers. Oh yeah, so it wants us to build a high school and another elementary school. I guess we should build a high school, since we don't have one. So I remember in SimCity 4 that if you had high-tech industry, they used less water, they didn't make pollution, but they used educated workers. Probably something similar goes on here. Can you imagine driving on an interstate and this be how it was hooked up? Like, you just had to make a hard 90-degree turn off the interstate? God, that would be really bad. That would be dangerous and inefficient, and overall pretty terrible. You like that, Doc? It's a thing of beauty, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're going, let's say they're going 70 miles an hour and then just, especially in the rain. I could put some on-ramps on, I guess, but I'm not sure we have the space for it. Well, because I built it. That's why there's no ramp. I could put, I might. It's difficult. Let me try bulldozing this. Wait, what is that? That I can't. Oh, it's a firehouse. Shouldn't it be called a fire station? Wait, is that? There we go. Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. You don't know what you're talking about, Doug. This is a piece of engineering genius. This is the best on-ramp I've ever built. Yep, I mean, the fact that these two merge before they go onto the road, that's something that people will start to do in real life, I think. Because it saves space, you see. Yeah, this is good. This is much better. It's much better than it was. Plus, we saved the money because I bulldozed the fire station. Oh God! All right, what do we got? We actually have demand. People are still moving into the city somehow. Oh, that's not what I want. That's a. All right, so we're going to come over here into this nice residential neighborhood. I'm going to build some more industry. I mean, after all, it is next to the dump. So, I grew up in a really small town. And I remember as a kid, like when I was 5, when my dad had to go to the dump to bring, I don't know, yard waste or stuff like that to drop off tree limbs and stuff. I loved going to the dump. That was just the best place. They had all this stuff lying around. Just name it. You could find it at the dump. So I don't see why people in this game don't want to live next to the dump, because I think that it's actually the coolest part of the city. I mean, look at all this stuff. Look at that, a spool of wire.
Classical music for classy people. And that's not classist, that's classicist. Look it up.
And all this other garbage. I mean, that's just cool. They should be paying extra to live next to the dump, in my opinion. Yeah, a lot of stuff to play with, exactly. Old cars that aren't locked. I mean, you could just go in a car. That you don't get that anywhere else. So I feel like we should do what we did over here, but that was a lot of work. Plus, we'd have a power plant in the way. So that's fine. We could do the other side. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. You just live in the dump. Well, there you go. It's probably a lot of space. It's probably pretty cheap to live in the dump. A lot of people live in dumps, metaphorically speaking. Hoarder's dream. Yeah. So here's something potentially disgusting. So if you're easily disgusted, you may want to turn away or go to another channel. But come back. But one of my exes, she lived in a house with like 5 people, and they had since there were so many people, it was a lot to get a new roommate. Like, I want to make sure that this person's not super annoying. So they would meet the people who were going to live there, and she met this guy who was a total. I met him with her. He was just totally normal. He was like a was kind of a bro. He had like a popped collar and like one of those pink polo shirts and like khaki shorts. Like he was just, I just thought he was like an annoying bro guy, but he seemed like a total normal guy. Anyway, they let him live with them, and he lived there for like a year. And he really kept to himself. And when he moved out, he left like jars, like a mountain of jars of urine and fingernail clippings and stuff, because he never threw out his urine. And it's like, what in the world was going on there? I have no idea. But I feel like that's a strange thing to do. Speaking of hoarding, like, honestly, compared to that, it's one thing if you hoard shoes or newspapers, but urine, it's a little too much for me. Meth heads will keep their pee. Want to know why? All right, I'm gonna make a guess. This is a total guess. So at first I was thinking, well, because if you'd want drug tests, but why would you ever want drug tests containing meth? So then I thought, I really hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But because let's say you can't get any meth, and maybe there's a little meth in your urine, and you can boil it. Oh my god, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. That's both disgusting and kind of fascinating. Oh, I really am sad that I am wrong. I mean, I'm really sad that I'm right. Welcome back, though. Pale, I was saying just after you left that we played Oregon Trail yesterday, and we needed names, so we named one of the people after you, and your avatar survived, so you made it to. You escaped the zombie apocalypse, and the video's up if you want to flip through it. Well, yeah, I mean, on the one hand, I'm glad that, you know, you could be there in spirit. On the other hand, on the other two hands, I wish you could have been there in person. And on the third hand, I wish enough people had come that we didn't have to name a person after someone who wasn't there. But it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun, and basically people came late, too late to name a character. Oh yeah, look how many people I just made happy. Oh shit, it's an airplane. Huh. Yeah, I think we named one after Doug, and he came, but like towards the end. Yeah, some of it's fun. It went on longer than I thought. I probably won't do it again for a while. It took like 4 hours almost. Sam site? What's that? Is that in here? I think we need more parks. Oh, never mind. They cost money. Oh man, look at the population. I mean, the demand for residential just shot up. So once we get to 7,000, it looks like, I think we'll start over in another square so that we have a better city. Citizens are sick. Eh. I mean, I know what it stands for, but is that really a thing that's in the game? Like, we don't get attacked. Why would there be surface-to-air missiles in city skylines? That's kind of what I'm saying. Oh, you're just joking. Because actually, that's something that I might believe was in SimCity 4. Because they had all sorts of crazy things. Special buildings where, like a UFO research site or something like that. They had all sorts of crazy stuff. Nuclear waste disposal silo, something. Parker Street, Hunter Street. Alright, so we're in the yellow. I don't know what yellow means. Is that just be on the lookout? So we've just about filled up this area. I'm trying to extract as much value as I can before I move across the river. I love that it gives angle. Is it full capacity? Oh, okay. I thought it meant you're being warned, but everything is okay. I guess we should build another water pump. So it should shoot up. There we go. And now we need a sewage, which I'll put over here. And that should shoot up at some point. Takes a little while. There we go. That's a pretty bridge. So, all right, I know I've asked you all sorts of times, but if you have any opinions, I'd appreciate knowing. Like, playing this game, playing Tropico. I also think about playing a bridge builder. Going back to RimWorld. I know Doug wants me to go back to RimWorld. I'm definitely going to. But yeah. We're gonna play more Oxygen. We're kind of hitting the limit of how much we can get out of that one world. Even though the patch comes out officially in like less than 2 weeks. Polybridge? Yeah, I kind of want to play Polybridge too. And the music is so good. I love the music of Polybridge. And I've never played through it. So I think that would be fun. All right, we got to Busy Town. 2-lane road with trees, that's cute. Tropical garden, fire station, oil power plant, okay. Hospital. Do we have enough money for an exchange? What? Why do I have to bulldoze? Why can't I build over it? I have a bunch of other shitty bridge builders, but I'd probably just get Polybridge. It looks like we have to delete to build this. That's annoying. But I guess that's what we want to do, is have a nice actual interchange. But you know what? Like, what we really need is this thing. Because this is actually to take to T2 highways. These aren't the off-ramps. No, this is okay. This is okay. So I think I'm just going to do that. I think we have enough money. Let's go for it. Does anyone know how to rotate? So there's the thing that Pale taught me. All right, see ya, Doug. I mean, we can toggle snapping to grid, but that doesn't really help us with the rotating. That's gonna make me sick. That's gonna make me nauseous. Oh my goodness. Is that doing it? Is that doing it? So what are these? 3-lane.
This is the classics, the city's #1 source for music older than the city itself.
Don't see 3-lane. Okay, I think that's it. There we go. I can't believe that worked. So now the question is, what's the best way to come off of these 3 lanes? Should we zip them? Or is that ridiculous? Okay, so I want to build residential or industrial over there, but we don't have a whole lot of demand for it right now, so I'll find a place to put more commercial over here. And I think there's a lot of buildings that we got that we haven't built. So we don't have any buses, for example. I do remember making these and thinking that this was kind of tedious. So what's a nice way to make roads? I feel like I've always struggled with roads. You want it to go from big to small, as it like in the human body. Arteries, eventually to capillaries, kind of stuff. But I don't really know how that actually goes in practice. Let's just try something. Let's say our artery is going to go top to bottom, and then we'll have this coming off. You need to reverse the driving direction on the end pieces. You're talking about this? Or I think you're talking about this. Oh no! I see what I did. That's what that little message meant. Thank you, Pale. That looks prettier anyway. Okay. Alright, let's try coming off this. with these. So the contrast is not quite high enough. Feels like that gets squashed at the end, but I think maybe it's an optical illusion. Foreshortening. Okay. Alright, so now there's a high demand for residential. We're going to have a bunch of people live over here, and it's just going to be people in a very dense area. People love that. People love living with people. Okay? And finally, for my greatest trick, power. Something keeps changing the speed down to 1. I mean, it must be me, but I'm not sure how I'm doing it. I don't know how, because I'm not hitting 1, 2, 3. Now, I wish I had dense residential, but we're not quite up to 7,000 people. I'm mostly curious how this is gonna work. Like with traffic and where. Ooh. Probably need fire over here. Ah. Might be worth making a fire station. But this one dude is going to service all these people over here, so. All right, so how does this work? There's a level up thing. I assume as their needs are met, they can level up. What leveling up means, I don't know. Okay, educate more citizens to allow the building to be upgraded, make sure education facilities can handle all potential students. I would guess that they just pay more money, but I don't really know. Hopefully get more dense. But now that we have this, we should build our second school. A high school. Oh yeah, this is gonna be freaking rich people living over here. They're gonna love it. Just love it. to commute into the city to work. Yeah, put us in the green. That didn't, but should we, I guess, should we build another over here? Do I care about this part of the city? Not really. Alright, so I think we'll do commercial as a buffer here. Maybe we'll do a big industry area over here. It's be super easy for them to get to. Oh, look at that. That's so nice. They don't have to stop or anything.
Thanks for joining me through that exquisite selection of beautiful music. I think we have a moment, so let's go to the listener emails and see what they have to say. Here's one. Will you ever play any music featuring drum machines? Well, listener, I don't. So, you see, I find it's much
Can't see
more pleasing
the
to
grid that I
listen
was
to
using.
the drum producers
I
work
don't really
silently,
understand what
rather
it
than
was
the manufacturing process
to make it
or
come
the
up
order
again.
in which drums are made.
But it was snapping to a
Next
grid.
thing you know, we'll be listening to flute machines and oboe machines. I think that's one bit of modernity that we can do without. Thanks again for the message.
I guess that's it. It's just, it's not snapping up here. I must have messed it up. See how it's snapping there? But it let me build perfectly. All this is 8 wide. So it was like a white grid. I have no idea how to get back to it. I think this is it. So the trick was you snap to it at the beginning. When I say beginning, I mean the center road. Oh, look at that. Oh. Okay, so we messed up the power. Power is actually low again, amazingly. So we're having brownouts. I don't know what the... which power is more efficient? It looks like... you get 120 megawatts. You get 40 megawatts. So it's 3 times more power here. 3 times 560 is 1500 plus 1200 is 1620. So this is actually more expensive. The difference is this has a higher upfront cost and it creates more pollution. So I guess we'll stick with this. Now this is what I used to make in SimCity. These horribly boring grid-based cities, but it's really cool with these different roads how you can go from the dense artery to smaller and smaller offshoots. Now it looks like this isn't going to work. In fact, because there's too many stoplights, stop signs. Yeah, stoplights. But it's just yet another experiment. We are making bank, though. Made it 7,000. So I think this is a big one because we get high-density residential, high-density commercial, offices, all sorts of stuff. Incineration plant. And a subway. So that is that's a pretty big step. I think I'm going to stop there and consider this, you know, our warm-up. Maybe if we start another city, we'll start it with everything unlocked, or we'll keep going on this one. It depends. If you all have a preference, please let me know. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be doing oxygen for sure. Somebody left a comment on the YouTube video saying that we had abyssalite. We didn't have abyssalite pipes for some of our hot water, and that's been why we kept having hot heat problems. The other thing is I've let the simulation run for a while to cool down our new tank, so we'll be checking that out. It's taken quite a lot of turns, so that will be tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you another time.